In the scorching heat of Portugal, we set out on an exploration that would lead us high into the mountains of the Douro Valley. Hidden among vineyards and winding country roads stands an old abandoned quinta that locals told us we had to see for ourselves. This estate was built during the great wine boom of the Douro region in the 19th century, a time when Portugal's vineyards were expanding rapidly and wealthy landowners began building grand rural estates like this one. These quintas were not just homes, they were the heart of agricultural life, places where wine was produced, stored, and shipped down the Douro River to the world. Over the decades, generations of people lived within these walls. The house saw writers and thinkers pass through its doors, people who came here seeking the quiet isolation of the valley. But the last known resident lived a very different life. He was a priest. Bound by a vow of simplicity and devotion, he spent the final years of his life here almost entirely alone, with no family and no one to inherit the estate. It is said that he remained in the house for decades, living quietly among the vineyards and the mountains. He wasn't allowed to have any children, so the house was left behind after his death till the day we came here to document it. But there's also some good news. The property has recently been purchased and plans are underway to restore the quinta and transform it into a luxury rural retreat. After years of silence, life may once again return to this remarkable place. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bros of Decay, and I can safely say that we're both dying today.
Oh yeah.
So we got a tip from a friend that there is an abandoned farm or a palace on top of this mountain here, but it's literally on top of a mountain. And we decided for some reason that we want to climb this in the middle of the day in the summer in Portugal when it's like
30 degrees.
30 to 40 degrees is absolutely crazy. But yes, we are trying to make our way up there and
See if we find it.
see if we can find it, yes. I saw one picture from the inside and that was so promising.
It was the living room, right?
It's the living room, and if you see it, you're going to be mind blown. Let us first try to go up there without dying. I think we made it to the top of the mountain, and I can make out the shape of some sort of a house over there. We normally don't do this often. Normally we know what we are going to encounter, but those mysteries sometimes are also really fun. And going inside without knowing anything and then immediately starting and taking you all on a sort of investigation, I like it as well. Look at the beautiful flowers over here. Wow. It looks like somebody still takes care of it. At least the fields then, not the house. There it is. Some very old buildings here.
It looks like a barn.
Yeah, definitely does. Yeah, you can see that this has been abandoned for some time now. I love that typical color.
Yeah, that warm yellow color.
Very beautiful. Even a bathtub still standing here outside. This leads into some sort of a courtyard, I think.
You wanna try?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Give you some space. Oh, I'm stuck. You can come.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Look at the decay. My gosh, and the fountain still works.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that? That's crazy. How does that work?
I have no idea.
This place looks abandoned for such a long time now.
It's probably natural water if it
A
works.
spring or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. Yeah. Here we come to the patio of the house.
Oh, over there I already see a door open.
Yeah. Let's see if this will.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, it seems closed, yeah. Wow, it's falling apart. Oh, this one's open. Welcome inside, everybody. Properties like this were designed to be almost completely self-sufficient. The main house served as the heart of the estate, overlooking the surrounding land where vineyards and crops were cultivated. Around it stood several agricultural structures that supported daily life here for generations. There was a granary used to store harvest, a traditional threshing floor where farmers processed again, and even a small private chapel. For many families living in rural Portugal, faith was an important part of everyday life, and it was not uncommon for estates like this one to include their own place of worship. Altogether, the property covers more than 7 acres of land, a landscape that once supported both farming and family life. Okay, we're inside, everybody, and I'm super excited to take you all through this place and show you what's left behind in here. It looks like a lot of the stuff has been taken out already, but I think there are still some very interesting items. We entered into a really beautiful room already.
Yes, and I haven't shown yet, but I'm gonna point out this ceiling.
Yeah, exactly. Those typical Portuguese ceilings.
Oh, jeez.
We got some friends.
A lot of beds today.
Whoa, 4 beds I see over there?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and I can already see some flying around.
Oh, we have to be a bit careful. It's always that we go to these very remote places in Portugal and then there are suddenly a bunch of beds. What was this room? Was it a dining space, I think?
Yeah.
It's one of the dining rooms. And I'm already looking at the purpose of this palace or farmhouse, and I think it was definitely very rich, maybe even noble people who lived here.
Yeah, could be, or rich people working in the vineyards, something like that.
For sure. Wow, beautiful. Here next to it, we have a wonderful grandfather's clock. The clock face is still in it. I don't know the brand of it though. Is it Portuguese? It's maybe Italian or something even. Wonderful piece though. Unfortunately, the clock face has broken down there. And it's just, yeah, wonderful dining room.
This place is probably gonna feel a bit empty at times because I'm pretty sure they took all the personal things out. But we will try to find something. We probably will.
I'm sometimes happy to see that people take out the personal items, because then at least the memories of the people get saved. Because it's a bit unfortunate for us, then we cannot really piece together a full story, but we can definitely see the items that are left behind. And I already see one personal item over there in the corner. It's a very special room that we just entered into. Wow. I actually like it, it's very full.
I mean, the room is a bit busy, but I do like this wallpaper. It's very different from what we usually see.
Flowery painted wallpaper. Nice ceiling as well in this room.
Oh, a crest.
There's a crest. So most
Definitely
likely
noble.
nobility, noble people.
For sure.
I already thought so from the outside of this place.
Oh, really? I thought the outside didn't look as noble.
But it resembles one of those noble Portuguese places. Like they are rather simple from the outside, but the inside you see like the crests and the beautiful ceilings, and you really start to notice the life of these people. It looks like a small sofa, living room.
Let's say kind of a TV room.
Yeah, exactly. I like this stove over here. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's very cute.
It's very small. It looks like the stove from a witch house or something.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like this.
Very small, cute stove. A couple of blocks of wood, it would be burning over there. And very mismatched pieces of furniture in this room. A new sofa against those tiles back there. Love the tiles. Wow. What do we have? A picture. Wow. An old lady. Looks lovely. More knickknacks.
You always see a lot of these porcelain things in these old houses, and especially in Portugal.
This is a picture of presumably the family members, a man and a woman who might have lived here. We don't know for sure though, because we haven't seen any names or anything yet.
But most likely.
Most likely, yes. Ooh, an artwork on the wall.
Oh.
Look at that. That's definitely not Portugal.
No, definitely not.
Looks more like Swiss or Italian Alps. Lovely artworks on the wall, flowers. These are Portuguese. This is
Yeah, you know it, you know it.
Óbidos.
Óbidos, exactly.
Exactly. This is a Portuguese town, a fortified Portuguese town,
Very old.
medieval town.
And it's so obvious that it's that town because there's no other town like that in Portugal. It's beautiful.
No, it's so special. It's like all these white houses together in this sort of
Medieval fortress.
medieval fortress. Yeah, if you ever come to Portugal, definitely visit Óbidos. See what this room has. A painting, a very typical painting. You see a man and a woman lying in a hay bale. I actually love it. I also love the strokes and everything. It's very beautifully made.
It looks like a Van Gogh.
Wow. Young boy playing the flute for the birds.
Oh, and this one? This one says M. Costa, and this is a real one.
M. Costa. Okay, let's remember that name. M. Costa.
Costa.
Maybe that will come back later in the house. There's a couple more handmade paintings, as you can see. This one has no name on it, but it looks like also something that somebody in this house might have painted. And that one's also rather special. Wow.
Yeah, I love this one.
They definitely had good taste.
Almost looks like Bob Ross.
Wow. Look at this chimney. It's massive. We have also seen it from the outside.
Whoa, I'm just seeing this now.
Yeah. This is one of the biggest ones I've seen. I love that it's also completely yellow, also on the inside. It engulfs the complete kitchen. Like the whole kitchen is inside this chimney, so every piece of fume goes up and leaves the house that way. It's only Portugal who has that. It's a very unique feature.
Yeah, the big chimneys.
It's sort of a tapestry. A tapestry Last Supper. That's a new one.
Huge one, by the way.
And there you can also see that the house is cracking up, cracks are forming.
I was trying to show it on this side because over here the chimney is just almost falling off.
Oh no, that's sad. That's really sad. What do we have here? The baking house. Here the bread would be baked. And this is an open fireplace, right? And then I would hang kettles down here, right?
Yeah, and other kitchen and stuff.
Big cooking pots, you can imagine, like making soup. You can see a Portuguese woman standing here making soup. That's what I imagine when I see a place like this.
And did you see the chimney's system over here? It's just tilted tiles.
So they probably constructed this later then, and
yeah,
they just
most likely
tilted it up and made sort of makeshift chimney up there. I love to see that. Very traditional, very beautiful. Okay.
But wait, can I show you something in the other room?
Sure.
It's down here.
Sometimes I forget things. Oh.
It's a sewing machine. And I'm showing this because people in the comments, they just love the sewing machines.
Hand and Nail. Head and Nail. I've never seen that brand before though.
No, me neither. And we have seen a lot.
Head and Nail. I don't even know what country it is from.
No.
It sounds German.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I have no idea. And another Last Supper. Beautiful one though. Okay, let's see the other side of the house. Super excited to discover more about the people that lived here. I'm quite intrigued by this small little cabinet. Oh, it's a pass-through.
Huh.
Oh wow, it leads into the other room. Back into the dining room that we were just a moment ago. So servers would come here and then pass food through towards the dining room?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, you could just walk around. Maybe they didn't want to see them.
Yeah, most likely.
It's sort of a nobility, maybe. Like they want to be separate from the servants.
To segregate.
It's quite strange, but yeah.
It's very strange.
There's a stack of religious things here. Oh, not all religious.
This is Porto?
Oh, is that Pont Louis when it was being constructed?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a typical bridge from Portugal, Ponte de Louis. And here you can see they're constructing the top section of it.
By the way, a fun fact about this bridge was the architect. Do you know the architect?
No.
It's what's his face? Eiffel.
Oh, from the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I don't know the first name, but...
No. But we'll put a drone shot from Pont Louis right now in the video.
It's a beautiful bridge.
I love it. It's so typical from Porto. This hallway is completely tilted.
Oh, whoa. Yeah.
It's falling apart.
I don't know if you can see... Oh, wait.
Can you see that on camera?
Yeah, over here you can see that the table is very slanted.
It's almost 45 degrees.
Yeah, it is in a crazy angle.
You have to be careful. This house is about to fall down. And it's almost impossible to restore anymore. We should also go later to the basement, I think. Wow, there's a very narrow stairway here, leading into the basement.
That's interesting.
You want to see it right now?
Yeah? Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, let's go have a look there. Normally we already know some stuff beforehand. It's not interesting. Oh, there's some hallways down here. It doesn't really look like a basement. I mean, it does.
Yeah. Oh, and over here you can really see the decay. Look at this. It's just rotting away.
I thought I would encounter wine cellars down here, but it's mostly like chests and stuff like that.
Do you think these were the servant rooms?
Like servants' rooms downstairs? Yeah, could have been.
Why not?
This is definitely storage.
Probably for food or spices.
Not much in this basement though. There's a doorway behind here though, but it seems to be locked. Oh, look at that. Here we have yet another sewing machine. It doesn't immediately say a brand on it or anything.
It might be the same brand.
I don't know. Let's lift it up. Nope, it's a Singer. Yeah,
Of course.
Singer Manufacturing Company. American made. Beautiful sewing machine. These ones are so common. We encounter them everywhere.
9 times out of 10.
Look at this bedroom. Wow. This one is still completely made. I love it.
This still feels very intact.
Yeah.
And from someone who was a religious figure.
Religious figure, you can tell that by the courtyard, by the amount of religious artifacts.
And the style of bed.
Exactly.
I mean, for some reason it reminds me of religious
Yeah,
stuff.
this is like, it represents a church or something?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's very strange.
Yeah, like this is very unique styling.
Yeah, and these kind of towers on the side, it's...
Yeah, I see a church in those towers.
Exactly.
And then with this beautiful cope next to it, this priest's cope, it feels like the person that slept in this bedroom was a religious figure or did something, yeah.
Most
You
likely.
can see all the religious artifacts here on the wall. Wow. And then this young child here on the wall. Doesn't look hand painted though, this one. No. Like we told before, most likely everything has been taken out. Okay.
There may be something in the suitcase? Probably not.
Oh, wallpaper. Samples of wallpaper, that's just something we always find in these places. There's even more samples of wallpaper on top of here. Yeah. Oh, it is covered with like...
Oh, ugh.
I love this hallway. It leads to every single room in this house. Oh, Lisbon.
And this was Lisbon before the earthquake. And then this part, Tré du Pas, was way bigger before.
For the people that don't know, Lisbon suffered a major earthquake. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal and suffered a major earthquake. In what year was it again?
1755.
Yeah, one of the biggest earthquakes ever recorded on Earth. Was absolutely insane.
On the morning of November 1st, 1755, a massive earthquake struck Lisbon. The shaking was so powerful that it destroyed much of the city within minutes. But the disaster didn't stop there. Fires broke out across the ruins, and shortly after, a massive tsunami surged up the river, flooding what remained of the capital. It is estimated that between 40 and 50,000 people lost their lives. The earthquake shocked all of Europe. Philosophers debated about its meaning. Scientists began studying earthquakes in a new way, and Portugal itself was forever changed. The city of Lisbon had to rebuild almost everything from scratch, leading to one of the first examples of modern earthquake-resistant urban planning. Even far from the capital, stories of disaster traveled across the country. And centuries later, reminders of that day can still appear in unexpected places like this abandoned estate.
It destroyed so much of the city.
Here we have another painting on the wall of some ducks, very peaceful land. Oh, wow, this is also a beautiful bedroom. Look at that, with
Whoa.
the vanity in the back and everything there.
And the typical wardrobes that are very tall.
Massive oak wooden wardrobes. Of course, also nothing in there anymore. But
This one's massive.
wow. The bed here in the middle of the room, unmade. I think probably a sizable family used to live here. Yeah, this was big. And back in the time, these people all lived here together. Nowadays, all the children moved to the cities, and that's why
And
these places.
Also something that we can safely assume is that if the last person is a priest,
Yeah,
you cannot have children and the family just stops.
that's a bit difficult yet to have children if you're a priest.
I mean, at least in Europe, it's not legal for a priest to get married and have children. So if it's the last person of the family, then it just, yeah.
It looks like it maybe has been, yeah. Very empty room, only a sofa in the corner there. Yeah. Whoa, here the whole plasterwork is falling down.
Oh yeah, you can see it in the ceiling.
Oh my, that's sad.
It's definitely raining inside here.
Yeah, for sure. This place is slowly crumbling.
I feel like that when I walk here that I have, yeah, exactly, have to balance like a surfboard.
Or you're on a ship sailing the oceans. This is still a very pristine, between brackets, bedroom. Oh, I'm even like pushing around some pieces of the ceiling. So pristine is definitely a word that we have to use carefully in this house.
But
this
room is different. This one is way bigger than the other ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. This is,
Oh?
yeah,
I feel the floor like, yeah,
it wobbles, right?
most definitely. I felt this wardrobe just bouncing. Did you hear? Oh. Please be careful here.
If I giggle, then the wardrobe
Yeah.
moves. This looks like it might have been the master bedroom of the house. And also maybe the last bedroom that has been used, because you can see the bed is still a little bit unmade. The pillows are still at the end. Yeah,
Very minimal bed.
exactly. Unlike the other ones, which are very beautiful, this is a very simple bedroom. There's even a desk. What do you see?
No, that I was just looking at the chairs.
Yeah, they're quite special, yeah. Oh, that one is really beautiful. Yeah. Wow. Lovely chairs, very typical Portuguese chairs. Here we have a desk in the middle of the room. Wow, some interesting things on top of the desk. It looks like animals have carved in there or something. Like woodworms have worked on it.
But this seems like a crazy book.
Looks like it's also handwritten or something. Who did it? The dog or the girl who broke the pot?
I would say the girl.
The dog also looks guilty.
Start a poll. Who broke it?
Let us know in the comment section. Wonderful though.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We have to be really careful here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, but that room was scary.
Here we have a painting that has also a signature from 1916, I believe. Wow, but not the same, not the M. Costa. The morning call. The dog waking up the girl.
Cute.
Here we have another modern looking bedroom. Maybe you can have a look inside of it. Too modern, almost ugly. Yeah, it's children's bedroom.
But the ceiling is nice.
The ceiling is beautiful. Wow. Even some carvings and everything in there. More paintings here on the walls.
1985.
1985. I have no clue when this place got abandoned, but
We're just looking at dates at this point. Before we move on, I also just want to show this one real quick.
yeah, sure. I'm already being blown away what I'm seeing right here. This is a beautiful entrance hall to the house. Look at that.
My God.
With a hall tree over here, worked with leather and everything. Very pristine. And I made these hallways so beautiful because people, they invited guests over here and this was the first thing they would see. And they would even be seated over here in this wonderful chair. Damn that, yeah. I think this is one of the most beautiful chairs I've seen.
And the leather work is mesmerizing.
It has everything. It has leather work, it has craftsmanship in here.
It has the crest.
Crests of the family with a knight above it.
Whoa.
That's a piece. I want that one in my hallway.
Yeah.
I want that one. Wow. Just want to test out the quality of seating. Well, it's not bad.
Back in the day, it was the best.
You would sit here and then the servant would serve you a cup of coffee and then you would wait for the owner of the place. Who do we have over here? Louis?
Gillinan? I don't know. Maybe he's not Portuguese.
Whoa.
I mean, the mustache is very Portuguese, but he might not.
And this must be the front entrance then.
Yeah, pretty sure.
You see the stained glass windows? And then you could look who is at the door. Yeah, that's lovely. Wow. We have one more room over here. And let me see, I can open it up. This is a special one as well. Oh my gosh.
Is that a rocking
crib?
That's cool.
Look at that.
It's so pretty, and it matches the bed as well.
Very typical one.
But did you see this? The kids were just manically scratching the headboard or something.
That looks like even demonic.
Yeah, like The Exorcist or something.
The child literally scratched the headboard of their crib.
Oh, and there's
Beds inside. Whoa, I have to watch out.
and that wardrobe over here, or it's not even a wardrobe.
It's a built-in cabinet. Look at that.
I love the top part of this. And then it's probably empty. Yeah, but really beautiful.
Quite beautiful. I love how this furniture is literally incorporated into the house. Can you be silent for a moment? We're trying to film a video here, please.
And then, can you point out this very Portuguese feature?
Yeah, this is a very typical feature of these houses. They have like these benches built into their windowsills. And you could sit here, maybe read a book. That's what I would do. Oh, it's just a resting place. That's lovely.
And I really love that throughout this house they have these upper carvings that just look really medieval.
Curtain holders. Wow. Some flowers standing there.
Definitely fake.
Yeah, for sure. This place has been abandoned for at least a decade or two.
For way too long.
Some more knickknacks on top of there. A vanity. Wow. I love it. I think we're almost in the main part of this house. Must be. And here is another very small, simple bedroom, but with a beautiful bed. I love the carving at the top. There's beds everywhere.
And this ceiling is also very beautiful.
Yeah, it's quite special. Oh wow.
Is it just a, oh my God, did you see the amount of beds on this ceiling? Probably can't see it on camera because it's all black.
No, they're all gonna fly. They're all gonna fly.
Ooh,
Let's go out of here.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's leave him alone.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
You ready? Welcome everybody into the dining room. It's even more beautiful than I thought. Wow.
This is wild.
Wow, this is a massive room. Oh my gosh.
I have no words.
No. That's insane. Check out the ceiling. Check it out. There's like 2 family crests painted on the ceiling. As you can see, nobility was present in this house.
Another great ceiling, of course.
And then a chandelier underneath it. Wow. Even a sort of picture frame on here.
Yeah.
an embroidered picture frame even. This young boy. Wow. And then a small dining table here in the middle of the room.
To be honest, it might not even be a dining place, but more of a meeting place.
Could have been, because the other room might have been the dining place.
Yeah.
Look at these chairs, they're quite special. They've even curved and everything. Upholstered, curved.
Whoa, geez, look at these paws. Can you hold them more up?
Yeah, can I?
These are a masterwork.
They even have cushions on them and everything. Some quite unique chairs. Let's go further around the room. Oh, look on the floor there.
Oh, hey, praying beads. A rosary. And a huge one at that.
That's definitely something is that a priest would have.
I think it's just for decor.
But wow, they are special. Every single piece is beautifully carved. These are one of the most pristine ones we have found.
Yes, that's true.
Put them on the table here. Ooh. The praying beads. And even the walls are special. Look at the tile work here on the walls. Wow. Man on the wall. One of the former owners, presumably. Look at that. All the tile work, the chairs standing around. Massive fireplace here in the middle of the
But that is a bulky one.
Unfortunately, also cracking up down there. It's falling apart. I've seen some really beautiful curtains throughout this house. This is a bit out of place in this room, I think.
Yes.
What's this doing here? There's like a piece of a bench.
Yeah, there's some more modern stuff in this house that doesn't match at all.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. A picture of bishops, priests, pastors, I don't know.
The one in the middle is very important. He's sitting on the throne.
The big shot.
Or he at least feels like he's important. Oh,
Oh, bricked up?
why is it bricked up?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Whoa, this cabinet is also falling apart. But look at the beauty of this one. Wow. Nothing in there anymore. Like we could have expected.
They just took everything.
No. Some religious depictions. I think this is some sort of a pan or a kettle or something. Ashtray maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and there's a pestle and mortar. Used to be a pestle and mortar. Wow. Some nice porcelain pieces. What's this down here? Have you seen it? No way. No way.
It's a chapel.
Whoa, I've never seen something like that.
Huh?
What? There's literally a chapel connecting to the dining room? Whoa, watch out.
This part is disattaching. Do you see it over here? And this feels unstable and dangerous.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this is most definitely a noble house.
Definitely. But we didn't see any crosses outside.
No, but maybe at the front. We haven't seen the front yet.
Oh, right.
This is the front of the house, and then we came in through the back of the house. So maybe this building out here is the chapel. That's wonderful. You could literally walk into your chapel from the inside of your house. And it's still very pristine. Everything is still standing there. The figures and everything. Wow.
There's only one entrance, right?
Yeah, and it's like boarded up.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to climb down here.
No.
I think it's too dangerous.
But to be fair, there's also not much else to see.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Really beautiful. I wasn't expecting that.
See if there's one more thing. Oh, here, yeah. Even more priest scopes, as you can see.
Oh, and a lot of them.
So, yeah, we can safely assume that the last owner of this place might have been a priest or religious figure. Maybe didn't even have any children left. Anybody to take over this place.
Oh, there's more.
I definitely do think that there is a caretaker of this place, though.
Yeah, could be.
Because the fields still look pretty nice.
But what sometimes happens, you just sell the fields and not the house.
Oh, I think I didn't think about it that way yet.
But yeah, that sounds very logical because they have nothing with the house.
Oh, holy.
Yeah, I was looking at the
No,
bench.
no, no, behind you. The mirror piece. This mirror must be the most beautiful mirror I've seen ever.
Whoa. There's even upholstery work inside the carvings of this mirror.
That is so cool.
A crest.
And all of these details.
This is the piece that used to be there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they saw it fall off and then they put it away to maybe one day repair. The furniture inside this house is unlike anything I've seen before. I really enjoy it. And yeah, this bench we haven't talked about yet. This is like those typical Portuguese benches where the chairs are like worked into it. And you only see these ones in Portugal. All the pieces of furniture, they match and it's so beautiful to see. Lots of copes on top of it. Here you can see the upholstery and everything. Yeah.
And this house definitely also has some age. It's most likely centuries old.
For sure, yeah. Because this one is the old crest and not the new one. So this one's definitely very old.
Yeah. Generations and generations of people.
Crazy to think about.
From here we can go into the courtyard of the house, but you can see that the windows, it's like new windows that they put in at some point. So they were trying maybe to renovate the place a little bit, but never really got to finish it. Wow. Here we get to the outside of the house, the courtyard.
And definitely renovated.
Yeah. Wow. What a beautiful place. I really enjoyed exploring this one.
This exploration was different.
What kind of tree do we have here?
Orange.
Oh, wow. They're still not matured yet, they're still green.
No, still green, yeah.
It was different than we normally do. We explored more in an exploring sense instead of going into a historical sense like we normally do. But I want to thank you all for watching this week's video. If you liked it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel and write a nice comment down there. And in the description there's also a link how you can support the channel. And with that all said, we want to thank you very, very much and we'll see you next week in another amazing episode.